this place rocking already. What a scene this is. A veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe, that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. The Trojans' offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
They'll try the counter. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference, but now adding all those...
The expressway is wide open, and he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. And the Trojans will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll field the punt and look for room. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Buckeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On 3rd down, going up top. Using the quick game. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the jet motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. And the Buckeyes get it past the sticks. From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out of it. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with...
And that pass is intercepted.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Here's the handoff. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Using his feet to buy time. At the 45 on his way.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back. Everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Gage. He turns that loose down the right side. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. And into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
He'll start the return inside, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Excellent field position here for the offense.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job with ball security.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score Ohio State 14, USC.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And now to try to put things in motion on second and long from the 15. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Dances away to buy time. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me...
Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Here comes the option. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Gage. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's caught downfield.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wide out in motion. Now on the option. Got enough for the first. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. 2nd sack of the day. And maybe Joey Bosa and Chase Young and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point.
And when you mention those guys, when you watch the game, they always had their imprint on the game. They always dominated football games, and this guy's dominating the football game, single-handedly making that quarterback have to think, where is that guy? We better block him because he keeps hitting.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Trojans are in the red zone. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quarterback extends the play. And he can't find the receiver, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man in the middle. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the move. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. At the 15, he's loose. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Gage. That one comes out hot down the right side. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll start this drive firing.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision making.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He nails it. A 58-yard field goal. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Fair catch called for and made. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll throw it on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. It's reverse.
It is so easy when you're a defensive player, when you watch a little this direction and the ball go one way, to turn and to run. That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defensive did a good job of that. Defense stayed home, made the play.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42. Line gets set, 1st down. Little touch pass to the receiver. A able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. And it's incomplete and the defense holds.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Back to the ground with the running back. Turns it on in midfield. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Quickly complete. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Line getting set on second down. Looking for a man. It's Gage. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical, and he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Graham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Give to the back. He breaks a tackle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the running.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
USC 13.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jennings. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
Running with power.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Back to pass, it's Gage. Fires to the wide out. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Wants to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. The snap sets up the throw. Another incompletion on third down. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Gage. Fires to the right. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense has got to find something during the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Trying to pick up a first down. Complete on 3rd down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense. Sweet
feet on the move. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He's got him in the flat. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They're bringing heat. Fires into the end zone, and it's his 4th interception of the night. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly and got the big first down.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Working that left side now. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Back to pass, it's Gage. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man all by himself. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score, special teams goes out, they execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. He's looking for an open man on second down. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions.
Looking deep down the right side. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Buckeyes will try to run out the clock in this final minute. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports.